What's good? What it do? What it is? I am back with these pics. Okay. Okay. Alright. I can't just do you guys like that. It's been 5 months, so I gotta take that on the chin. Just disappeared on you guys. Just went to the store to get some milk and just never came back. I'm so upset about that. So sorry about that, you guys. There of course is a reason for that, and I'm sure at some point I'll get into all of that. But what brought me back was a conversation I was having with a friend, and they were telling me how they wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I was like, oh yeah, like I had started one, and for me, like at least for me, I was like, I built up a solid following because, again, a couple people watching for me, that's good enough for me. So, and then they asked why I stopped, and I gave them my reasons for stopping, and then just saying it out loud, I was like, and I had already been just looking at the channel for the last couple months, like, man, like, I want to make a video, I want to make a video, but like, the longer in between it was from the last video, it's like, how can I come back? Like, how can I come back? And man, you just gotta do it. So I ended up making a deal with my friend, like, yo, like, let's just start it together. Like, for me, it's start back. For her, it's like, let's start it. But I know that's been the homie forever, so I know she's not gonna do it first. So I was like, I'm gonna do it first and force her to do it. So here we are. But now if we're getting to the real of it, while I'm back, come on, man. You know I'm back, man. Come on. Y'all seen Derek Carr and the boys? Y'all seen Derek Carr and the boys? Have you seen Alvin Kamara, who is on my fantasy team? And my fantasy team was picked very biasly this year, so we'll have to go over that too, because I picked with my heart. I picked with mi corazón, alright? I might have fucked myself, but for now we're 2-0 because Alvin Kamara is a god. Anyway, man, the Saints are back. I'm back. We are one. Alright, we are one. I have up 2 hands. We're one. Okay. Man, this intro's already up to 2 minutes. We're here for the sports. Let's get to the sports. Let's check out what happened in week 2 of the NFL. Let's get to it. So, I think it could be a little helpful to, just go over some just ground rules or expectations for the channel, just for those who might not remember how I like look at it or view things, or just those who might be new to it. I am not Dan Orlovsky, if you can't see. I am also not Emmanuel Acho. I'm not Chase Daniel, not Shannon Sharp. Like, I'm not a X's and O's guy. I'm very much, or a little bit I'm not gonna lie, but I'm very much just like probably most of you. Grew up playing football, grew up watching football and other sports, and just, like, I like to think I know ball, but I would never sit here and lie to you guys like, oh, I'm some savant. Nah, I just think I know ball and have pretty good predictions sometimes, so I like to share that with everybody. So, with that being said, man, let's recap week 2 quickly, and then let's get into these week 3 predictions. So, we're starting with Thursday Night Football. That was the Bills and the Dolphins. Okay, 31-10. The Dolphins had to figure something out with the Bills, because that ass whooping, like, that's not even a division rival anymore. That's Pops. Like, that's Dad. Like, you gotta ask him before you change the temperature in the house. Like, you can't put the AC on or change the AC without asking Josh Allen first. Like, but in all seriousness, I guess the biggest, like, topic is Tua's health, and I mean, to not get into that too much, only because I know that you guys have probably heard nonstop all over, if you watch any sports media, should Tua retire, bro, I agree with Ryan Clark. If you've heard anything he said, men just aren't, not even football players, men just aren't wired to quit, like, or be defeated. Like, if he can come back, he's gonna come back, and I'm pretty sure that's already come out, and they've said that, so that is what it is. either way they got that ass beat, because all up until that point they were getting that ass beat. So like that, super sad that that happened, and that's horrible. But they still got to figure out that team, because it's not like that was the reason they lost. They was getting that ass whooped. It was looking bad out there. All right. So now let's get into the 49ers and Vikings. Man. So just again putting it straight up, I am a normal guy like y'all. So like Red Zone is on NFL Sundays. Red Zone is on. Got a couple brews. I'm chilling. Probably playing the game as well. Red Zone on one screen, Saints game on another screen, game up here, right? That's how my setup is. So like I'm watching, and every single time I see something going on in this Vikings game, like, bro, why did they cut to it on Red Zone and Justin Jefferson is running past double coverage? What's happening? There's two people on him. How did he get past you? It's Justin Jefferson. What are we doing? 97 yards. What are we doing? What are we doing? But it was gonna be rough for, I mean, just not to be that guy. But when Christian McCaffrey doesn't play, for some reason, it's a little bit harder for Brock Purdy. But I don't think that was the case at all. That's what the media narrative is. I don't think that's the case. Man, sometimes you just lose games. It's that simple. Like, it's really that simple. That being said, the Vikings got that dub, 23-17. Sam Darnold, what the fuck, Sam Darnold? Okay, so Seahawks and Patriots. This game, didn't see too much of either. I'm not gonna lie, wasn't interested in it, but I'm hearing that the Seahawks are looking good, and that the Patriots are also looking alright. So maybe I might have to start paying more attention to them. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit y'all like I watched that game when I didn't even see many highlights from it. Commanders and Giants. We're not gonna spend too much time on this. Both teams are dog shit. I'm sorry. I gotta like soft whisper that because I don't want to hurt feelings. Both your teams are dog shit. I don't ever want to see another game like this ever again. One of my friends that I was actually in Discord with while watching the games, we all put in bets before the games. He had a bet that every team would kick a field goal, and the only team that didn't was the Giants because their kicker got injured. I lost $3,000 on that. That was terrible. Or no, he could have won $3,000. I'm sorry, but he did lose a good amount of money on that. So yes, Commanders won off of all field goals. I don't know what the fuck is going on for either one of those teams. Moving on. Chargers and Panthers. Yeah, Panthers. Yeah. One of my best friends is a Panthers fan, and I've just been texting him, and he's way too calm. Like, you know, that calm before you're about to snap and do some real fucking crazy shit. Like, he's that amount of calm. So I've been just trying to just talk him through stuff. Just like, yo, man, I understand. All right, there's a point where I thought the Saints were, like, I thought I was going to have to possibly take my fanship somewhere else for a little bit. And, like, we came back, and he told me, he said, man, I think that this team is worse than the winless Dolphins. I said, no way. I said, we're just being disrespectful now. Like, they won no games. Like, at least the Panthers won a couple games last season. And he said, no. He said, we're worse. And for that was me realizing, oh my God, he might be dead serious. So, Chargers came in, ran all over that ass. At first week, I didn't really believe in the Chargers. I was like, all right, this is it. But now after seeing what the Raiders did in week 2, and now, like, seeing that the Chargers did that, granted it is the Panthers, but a dub is a dub. Now, let's get to, as my dog just runs around and makes the most noise possible ever. Look at him. Just making the most noise possible just to sit down and go to sleep. Anyway, so let's get to the creme de la creme, the biggest game of the week. Alright, the biggest game of the week for some. Man, the Saints, bro. I'm just so upset that I didn't come back last week to talk about the Saints. So I could have told y'all, like, how I didn't expect us to do what we did last week. I told everybody in my circle. I told everybody. I said, "Yo, if the Saints do this to the Cowboys, then I'm bought in. I'm on the wagon if we do it to the Cowboys." And then we did it to the fucking Cowboys, and I was like, "Yo, watching that game, bro." I need y'all to understand. I started Keon Coleman. All right, and I started Xavier Worthy. Dog shit. They did absolutely nothing. They did absolutely nothing for me in fantasy. Alvin Kamara is the savior of my fantasy team that I have drafted all from my heart. Accidentally. I was just picking with my heart the whole time. But Alvin Kamara has saved my fantasy team so far. Bro, 4 touchdowns. Oh, and another one of the people that I was in Discord with at the time placed a bet for Alvin Kamara first touchdown scorer and Alvin Kamara 3 total touchdowns, and ended up winning $800 off of it. So it was just vibes all throughout the Discord. So, man, like, the Saints just look so fucking good, and I didn't expect it at all. Everybody's talking about how our strongest point is the offensive line, and all throughout preseason, if you're a Saints fan, you know all we were fucking hearing is our offensive line sucks ass. Like, that's all we heard was, "Yo, your offensive line sucks. Yo, our offensive line is gonna get fucking cooked." So, like, I was expecting Derek Carr to be running for his life, Alvin Kamara to not have many positive yards. Just like last year, it was a struggle to get that run game going. And nope. I don't know what the hell is going on. I genuinely don't know. I don't know how it switched from preseason to regular season, and but if they can keep this going, I'm prepared to eat shit about everything that I ever said about Derek Carr, about Dennis Allen, Mickey Loomis. I will take it all back. I'll take it all back. If we can keep this going. But Cowboys, oof, if you're a Cowboys fan, yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what the fuck happened to y'all. That week 1, it looked so impressive, kind of, against the Browns, and then, yeah, y'all came in there, and it was in y'all house. Yeah, Cowboys, figure that shit out, and you just paid both your people. That's nasty. That is nasty work. Now, let's move on. We got the Colts and the Packers. This was weird. This was a weird game. Malik Willis coming in and winning the game is weird. Anthony Richardson throwing so many interceptions is nasty. And I'm a big Anthony Richardson fan, so I'm going to need him to really get it together. I like the receivers they have over there. I need Josh Downs to hurry up and come back, though. But I like Alec Pierce a lot. Jonathan Taylor, I don't know kind of what's going on with that. But Malik Willis, okay, coming in and making the plays you need to make. The Packers defense looked great. We'll stay with the Packers. Everybody else was sold on the Packers. I was never sold on the Packers. I gotta be honest with y'all. I was never sold on the Packers. After just like that last end of season run, I was like, yes, it's impressive, but I'm not sold. I'm about to buy. I'm at the register. They just told me the price, and I'm deciding if I want to buy right now. But that being said, let's get to the Browns and the Jags. Man, nasty game from what I've seen of it. There's really nothing to write home about. Just really, like, I wish I could sit and talk about this game, but it was nothing. Like, let's check the stats on this a little bit. Yeah, like, neither quarterback scoring a touchdown. Travis Etienne got himself one, but just nasty work. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Jets and Titans. Aaron Rodgers going in there and getting it done. I'm fine with that. I'm not bought in on the Jets at all yet. Will Levis, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? You can't, this is 2 weeks in a row. You got your coach looking fucking crazy in the media. You can't keep doing this. Listen to me, Will. You cannot keep doing this, alright? You look fucking ridiculous out there. 2 weeks in a row, dog. What are we doing? They have Photos of you that are going to last forever in NFL shame, my boy. You still have a chance. We all believed in you last year. Get your shit together, please. Now, moving on, Bucks and the Lions. This was a good game. This was a rematch from last year's playoffs. Baker Mayfield, as a Saints fan, I will tip my cap. He is hooping, and I don't mind Baker at all. I think Baker got himself into a lot of shit himself. So, I mean, you gotta deal with that when you do that. But other than that, his gameplay-wise, I love Baker. Like, he's fun. That's fun football to watch. So, I'm all good with that. The Lions, that's just a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough game. But I'm sure that they'll either see each other again or both be in contention for playoffs, so it's not that big. Let's get to what I think was the upset of the week, and that was the Raiders and the Ravens, which, man, I'll tell you right now, like, if you are a Baltimore fan, please tell me how y'all lost that game. Because I like the Ravens. I am a Lamar Jackson fan, like, huge. So, I still can't figure out how they lost that game. I would watch, Red Zone would pop them up, and they would just have a steady lead. Nothing crazy, but I'm like, why are they allowing the Raiders to be this close? But you guys tell me, is that us disrespecting the Raiders? Like, me looking at it like that, is that me disrespecting the Raiders? Because, like, I feel like the Ravens should have smacked them. But maybe the Raiders aren't as bad as I thought they were. So, respect to it. Now, speaking of as bad as I thought they were, I never thought I'd see the day where the fucking Cardinals are putting up 41 points against the Rams. Yeah. You can tell Aaron Donald's not there anymore. This is crazy. Like, this is crazy. One of my good friends is a Rams fan. He was also in the Discord. Man, my good Lord. When I tell you he was in there just going through it, he was going through it. He didn't want to talk to nobody. We were all watching, and we're talking shit while we're watching. He didn't want to have conversations, none of that. So it was hard for him, and I imagine it's going to be hard for a lot of Rams fans after that to a division opponent. Like, allowing that to a division rival is probably the worst part about that, because how do you come back from that? How do you come back from getting shellacked like that by somebody you gotta see again? Like, you gotta see them again. That's crazy. So, alright, now, controversial game of the week. Bengals and Chiefs. Man, it all comes down to if you really believe that certain teams get certain calls. Like, do you believe that the Chiefs get certain calls? Do you believe that the Patriots got certain calls? And I do, to an extent. I believe that, sure, the NFL wants certain teams in it, probably, but did the call happen? I'm also that kind of person. Did the call happen? But then it sucks, because if it's a ticky-tack call and it's always going in the favor of the Chiefs, and that's literally the only part of the game that we have to talk about, because what else can we really talk about from that game? It was a great fucking game until it wasn't. And I just think, as a fan of just football, I want to see the players in the game. Like, I want to see players ending the game. I don't want to see the refs throwing a flag and doing all that, and now the game is ended because somebody got a ticky-tack penalty. That's ass. Nobody wants to see that. Respectfully, nobody wants to see that. But that's just how I feel. How do you guys feel about it? How are we split on it? Do we feel like the Bengals were robbed? Do we feel like the Chiefs keep getting lucky? I'm not even going to speak the famous lady's name, because, like, people already oversaturate that. But let's just move on. Steelers and Broncos. So, with this one, okay, Bo Nix. I thought Bo Nix was going to be a lot better. I thought Bo Nix with Sean Payton was going to be a lot better. It might take a little bit of time, though. And I know Sean's system is very, Sean Payton has a very intense system. Like, if you ever get time, just go and watch any highlight of Sean Payton talking to Drew Brees through the headset, like, pre-play. And then you can try as many times as you want. Just try to say back one of the play calls. I dare you. Just try to say it back. Go ahead. I'm telling you, that shit is hard. But So yeah, I think Bo Nix is struggling a little bit with that, but man, he'll be alright. He'll be alright in some time, I think. But nowadays in the NFL, they don't allow you a lot of time, so that's gonna be a problem. The Steelers, however, Justin Fields look good. I'm out on the train that he looks amazing because you still got to put up points, my boy. Like, you still got to put up points. These 13-6 games, that's not going to last against every team. Um, that being said, Bears and Texans, that wasn't as ugly as a game. I think Caleb Williams is going to be alright. I think he just needs to, he has to adjust a little bit. He has to adjust a little bit, trying to do. And I hate talking with talk points that everybody else uses, but trying to do the college scramble 30 yards backwards thing, that's not going to work. It's not. But I think he's accurate enough and smart enough to be a good quarterback in the NFL. And I think he's going to be able to do that. He's definitely athletic enough. So, CJ Stroud, though, come on now. Come on. What CJ Stroud is doing is, I think we're really in the midst of seeing, like, one of the greats. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't mean, like, I'm trying to be respectful when I say that, because Patrick Mahomes is one of the greats. So, Tom Brady is one of the greats. Drew Brees is one of the greats. So, like, I'm saying we are seeing it, like, and it's been a minute since we've seen it, because obviously we've had Lamar and Patrick Mahomes, but that was really at this point like 4 to 5 years ago, and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. But we haven't, like, gotten, like, since then. Like, we all thought Trevor Lawrence was gonna be it, and then he wasn't. You know what I mean? Or isn't so far. We thought Justin Herbert was gonna be it, and then he wasn't. And they're good quarterbacks, but they're not, like, upper echelon. CJ Stroud feels immediately upper echelon, so I fuck with that heavy. The vibe he gives is like you just expect him to win regardless. Like, he's going to make every play regardless, and it's a weird feeling. So we'll definitely monitor that this season. Falcons and Eagles last night. Oh, again, I live in the Philly area, so Falcons and Eagles. This one hit home for a lot of people. I got to go on the work, just super hype, just giving everybody shit because Lord knows they were loud about it. Saquon's gonna go off. Devontae's gonna pick up the slack. Dallas Goedert, yeah, baby, yeah. Oh my God, that game was crazy. I sat and watched that game. I'm still not even sure how the Eagles lost that game. How did the Eagles lose that football game? I'm still not sure. It was just, every time I looked, I was like, why are they not blowing them out? What is going on? What? And then Kirk Cousins in that last drive? Literally, anytime somebody wants to talk shit about Kirk Cousins, you just got to play that video. Just 2-minute drill. Bang, 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 in your end zone. Like, fucking crazy. That is nuts to me that was allowed to happen, but even nuttier that he pulled it off after all the shit being in the opponent's house. Boy, Kirk Cousins, you fucking go. You fucking go. But the Eagles, yeah, y'all got some shit to figure it out. Don't figure it out this week, though, because y'all gotta come see us. Shout out Nova. Let's get into these picks. Matter of fact, no. See, I told y'all I'm rusty. Those are the results from week 2 of the NFL season. Now, let's get into week 3's picks. Okay, so I just realized that literally right after I got done recording that, I looked at the timing and I was like, oh my God, just went rambling for about just 20 minutes. So I'm gonna have to keep the actual picks a little bit short, but that's okay because I feel like I got most of my thoughts out on the actual review. It's just we got to get back to the highlights, obviously, because me just sitting there, just kind of reviewing it with the scores there, that's not, we're gonna have to get back to those highlights. So let's get into week 3. All right, we're going to start off with Thursday Night Football, Patriots and Jets. We're going with the Jets. I just think Aaron Rodgers is going to find a way to get it done. I think that every week Jets play, they are going to get better. That's just what's going to happen. That's obvious for every team, but some teams actually do the work, some teams don't. I think Aaron Rodgers is very particular about his work, so he will make it happen. That's what I think. Every week they will just be better and better, or they're gonna suck. So, but I'm going with the Jets. Browns and Giants, yeah, fucking okay. If you ever thought that I was picking the Giants right now, I don't know what the fuck they have going on over there. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck is happening in New York. With that being said, the Eagles and Saints, I'm picking the Saints. I'm going with the Saints. Biased? No, not even. I'm just off of what I've seen in these first 2 weeks. I can't pick the Eagles over the Saints. If this was last year, I would easily pick the Eagles over the Saints. This is a whole different year, apparently, and there's a whole different Derek Carr on the field. There's a whole different. It's Clint Kubiak. It's literally that's who we need to credit all this to, because Pete Carmichael was on some bullshit, and I'm looking dead into the camera and I'm saying that Pete Carmichael was on some bullshit. Alright, now if we could just figure out how to get everything fixed with Michael Thomas, get ourselves a good third string receiver. Alright, that's asking too much. Okay, we're just gonna move it right on. Packers and Titans. How could you not pick the Packers? How could you not, after last week? Come on, how could you not pick the Packers? And the Titans, like, I can't trust that Will Levis isn't going to do some crazy shit. But at the same time, I could totally see them winning this game. I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with the Packers. I just think that they're better coached at this point in time, right now. Fuck, I'm going with the Titans. Fuck, I have to. I just thought about the speech, or not speech, because it was the exact opposite. I thought about the ass ringing that the coach gave Will Levis in the media, and I had to pick the Titans, because either Will Levis responds or he goes to that goddamn bench. So I think he's gonna respond. Texans and Vikings. I'm going. Wait, the Titans are favored in that game. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see. Texans and Vikings. I'm going with the Texans. Not picking against CJ Stroud. Can't do it. Colts and Bears. Ooh, this is a hard one. I'm gonna go with the Bears. This is a hard one. I'm gonna go with the Bears only because Anthony Richardson, bro, you scared me. Like, you scared me last week. And I can't be hurt like that again. Alright, you scared me. So we're gonna go with the Bears for this one. The Chargers and Steelers. I'm going with the Chargers. Put me on the Tomlin train, baby. I'm going with the Chargers for sure. I'm actually changing that. I'm going with the Colts only because, like, they can't be 0-3. The Colts can't be 0-3, right? Like, they have more to fight for. If I wake up and Monday morning the headline is Bears are 1-2, that's kind of expected and alright. If you wake up and it's the Colts are 0-3, that's different. No, that's different. So we're going with the Colts. Broncos and Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield is playing out of his mind, and Bo Nix is doing just the opposite. So can't have that. Now let's see. Panthers and Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders. I feel like I'm picking all the favorites, but like, it's pretty. I might have to put in a bet this weekend. Like, I feel like these are locks. Like, at this point, if you lose to the Panthers, I think your team has to be disbanded. Like, if you lose to the Panthers, like, you have to go and play a college team to make sure you can still stay in. But Seahawks and Dolphins. I'm going Dolphins. Regardless of quarterback, I'm going Dolphins. 1, because I'm tired of picking the favorite. 2, because I don't know. Like, the Dolphins are not dead. They are not dead. I know they're not dead. They cannot be dead. Ravens and Cowboys, I'm going Ravens. They're 0-2. There is absolutely no way. And I feel bad for the Cowboys. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I feel bad for the Cowboys, and I'll eat crow if I come back and this ends up not being the case. But from everything we know about Lamar Jackson, when he's put in a big game, he responds. When he's put in a big pressure moment, he responds. And you can talk about playoffs all you want. Like, if we're really revisiting that game, no, he didn't play the greatest in that playoff game against the Chiefs. But if Zay Flowers doesn't fumble the ball, he wouldn't be forced to throw in the double coverage or feel like he had to. We're not even getting into all that, but I know that the Ravens will not be 0-3 on Monday morning. I know that for sure. It sucks for the Cowboys, though, because this could have been anybody. It could have been anybody in the league on that schedule. And the Ravens were going to steamroll them this week because they will not go 0-3. So, now 49ers and Rams. I think the 49ers come back in a hellacious way, and I'm sorry for the Rams that that's going to happen. The Rams gave me absolutely nothing to believe that they can compete after what I saw against Arizona. Nope. Lions and Cardinals, this should be, all of a sudden, this is a game, if we think about it, because how many of us really thought that this was going to be a game before the Cardinals did what they did to the Rams? I didn't. So, I trust Jared Goff a little bit more than I trust Kyler Murray right now, because the Rams, okay, like, I saw you do it, but can you do it again? Chiefs and Falcons, come on now. If the Falcons pull this off, then I'm a believer in the Falcons, and the NFC South is the best division in football. If the Falcons pull this off, because this should be easily in the hands of the Chiefs. Oh, hold on, we have two Monday night games. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, we're going Bills here. Oh, I could see the Bills dropping that, though. We're going Jags. Only because, like, I could see the Bills dropping, like, a sloppy game to the Jags. I could see that happening. I could. I don't think it will, but I could see it happening. Bengals are 8-point favorites. Okay, I guess we gotta go with them. Yeah, and fuck it. I feel like I chose all the favorites. This is disgusting. This is a disgusting welcome back. It's me choosing literally all the favorites. But, like, how could you not? Where am I gonna switch? I didn't expect the Titans to be favorites. When I picked them, I didn't even realize that they were favorites. Where could I switch? Like, this could go either way, but I just know that they have more to fight for. Like, being the Colts, I don't know, that I gotta stick with it. We got the Jets, we have the Browns, we have the Saints. I don't like us being favored. I want to put that out there. I do not like the New Orleans Saints being favored at all. Please let us be underdogs. Y'all let Philly be underdogs all year long with a crazy ass record. Please let us be underdogs. Please, in peace. Stop saying the Saints name in social media and on national media as being the best in the league. We don't want that. We want to fly under the radar and just get our W's. Amen. But yes, we got the Titans, we got the Texans, we have the Colts, the Chargers, the Buccaneers, the Raiders, the Dolphins, Ravens, 49ers, Lions, the Chiefs, the Jaguars, and the Bengals. And those are our week 3 picks. And I'm going to actually, you know what I'm going to do? Just for fun, I'm going to put them in as a parlay. Fuck it, just for fun. So, like, just for fun, maybe just a couple of them, because there's some games that are a little bit but I'm gonna put in some of those favorites for sure, and we'll see how that goes. But look, man, let me cut away from that. Let me make sure I transition out of this. I'm still trying to get back in the production state of mind. So that is it for these week 3 picks. Alright though, guys, I just wanted to pop back over here and just say just one more time that I am sorry for leaving just abruptly. Never made it back from that milk store. I am so sorry. So, seriously though, it is just something good about being back and just rambling into a webcam to strangers that I might never meet in life about sports. There is just something weirdly therapeutic about that, so I do appreciate this platform and definitely appreciate anybody that clicked on this video because, man, Like, that's love. That is love. So I do appreciate that, and I will see you